Yo, what is up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Stonks Maxxing. So, big day. It's day 100. Didn't even think I would make it here, but here we are. Very excited, very happy. So, I was thinking to myself, like, alright, I've been streaming for 100 episodes, but I don't have any YouTube videos on my channel at all. And I'd always wanted to start my own blog. So I was thinking, okay, what's something that I could write about, let's say on a weekly recurring basis? And I think that one of those things could be just a recap of the tech earnings that we're starting to see. And so I think that's maybe what I would try to do. Each week, focus on tech companies and try to focus on some of the main earning reports and how that changes my thesis on where the company and where the sector or industry is going. I'm going to try to do that. So I think starting with this week then, November week 3, I think there's a decent amount of coverage here, like where we could go and where we could go with this. I just repeated myself multiple times. Okay, so let's think about company reports. Earnings week overview. Okay, if I could just create like a calendar. I might turn into my own account. So I was looking at this, the NASDAQ. /calendar. I wonder if I could do like a weekly. Week. There we go. Okay. Earnings. So new video. Yeah, that was not. I don't want to create a new page. Can I create? Yeah, I don't know. Okay, so but yesterday we had new videos, Snowflake and Palo Alto Networks. I think today we're going to have Intuit. Tuesday we had Keysight. Okay, also Elastic. So Elastic. And NV. Shoe Carnival. Agility Supply Chain. I'm gonna leave it there for now. Oh, Baidu actually. Baidu. What's NetApp? Okay. Actually sounds pretty important. NetApp. Palo Alto Networks, Wix.com. Okay. So Wix.com. It's Neo. I feel like I've heard of Neo. This might be an EV car company. Yeah, I think that is. Alright, I'm gonna skip that for now. Global e-online. I mean, that just sounds like software publishing. Does not make any money. But maybe I'll add it. So global E. How come this company is worth $8 billion? I don't know. Dicom, that also sounds like tech related. Okay, this is slowly going towards telecommunications. Argo blockchain. Yeah, so we already have like 5, 4, so 10 already. That's a decent amount. Keysight, okay. It's ZTO Express, Futu Holdings, Amer Sports XP, Dolby Laboratories. I mean, T-Food Technology, that also sounds. Okay, I guess maybe this is the like fintech thing. Leading credit tech platform in China. Okay. I'm gonna pass off on that for now. What's Elbit Systems? Okay, so Israeli defense company, Elbit Systems. Trip.com, I didn't realize Trip.com was worth that much. Trip.com. Okay, these are very small companies, it seems like. C3IS, whatever that is. Alright, I think we have a pretty good lineup here of 11 companies to maybe dive into a bit deeper. Relevant earnings. Okay. Yeah, I don't know about relevant earnings. Okay, so how do we maybe then segment this into, how do I want to segment this, right? Because we have different companies and different industry verticals. Trip.com, I'd imagine it's software for okay. I guess this could fall in different, like a consumer discretionary segment. Keysight. Alright, this is, I think, a 99% sure Keysight. They make electronic devices for semiconductor manufacturing and other types of manufacturing. Specifically for electronics, but I don't know what the hell is this? Signal generators, network emulators, multimeters, DC power supplies, oscilloscopes, all these gizmos. I have no idea what they do. Oh my god. Okay, Snowflake, think that's more of a data warehouse type. I remember listening to a YouTube video about it, but I kind of forgot. Palo Alto Networks cybersecurity. I want to say they also offer a platform, cybersecurity platform that they sell to companies. Wix.com. So they are kind of a competitor to Squarespace. You essentially use Wix to build a website, and you don't have to code at all. It's this one again. Global E, no idea. Looks like it's just some type of software conglomerate. NetApp, no idea. Baidu, I think China's version of Google. Elastic NV, no idea. I think it has to do something with cloud computing. Could be wrong. Then Intuit, fintech software conglomerate. Okay. One sentence to describe each company. Trip.com. So what is this? Online platform for booking hotels, transportation, so planes. I want to say trains, bus.
Like 80% sure? Oh yeah, that's right. When she comes like business school like 30 minutes.
And activities for anything travel related. Yeah, I think that's actually a pretty good sentence. Trip.com, online platform for booking hotels, transportation, planes, trains, buses, and activities for anything travel related. Keysight. So actually, I don't know how to describe this company. Electronics designer and manufacturer. What does Keysight do in one sentence? For okay. Electronics, so designs. Yeah, I don't know what makes tools / equipment for electronics design and testing. Maybe that's the best way to put it. So if you look at their product offerings, they have these oscillators, also a bunch of other GUIs and gizmos that I don't fully understand. Okay, NVIDIA. Man, NVIDIA, you would think that they only focus on GPUs, but really their platform is so huge now. GPUs is one part, but I think they also are very involved in data center networking. So think InfiniBand, Mellanox. I want to say that those are actual connections. I don't know if they're built on top of Ethernet. I'm not entirely sure. And to be fair, I don't even know what Ethernet is. I just know it's a wire, but I don't know how it actually works. Is it copper, fiber optic? I don't even know how fiber optic works. So there's a lot of gray areas there that I don't fully understand. But NVIDIA, GPUs, networking, software. Software is also very big. Not just with CUDA, but they also have a cloud platform that they're building out. And the Omniverse, which sounds like it's some type of metaverse, but it's a simulation environment for a lot of these 3D, real-life, robotic use cases. that I think is very interesting because I don't know any other company that's doing this. I think Autodesk, they're in the business of CAD software. So using CAD, I don't know what CAD is specifically. I know it's a file type, and I know that file type can be used to design different architectures or models for engineering. So Autodesk, I would feel like, would be a good competitor in this space where they have this offering of being able to design these 3D models. What better way to test those designs than to simulate them in this virtual world? So I think that's very interesting. That was a bit of a ramble, but NVIDIA, I'll call them platform company. We'll call it the AI platform company, selling GPUs, networking, software, hardware, so GPU, equipment, and software. Call this CUDA, Omniverse, NVIDIA, Cloud. I don't know what the exact name is. And services. And tech services, right. Okay, Snowflake. Okay, I wish I could. What does Snowflake do in one sentence? Okay, so cloud-based data. Cloud-based. This means built on AWS, GCP, Azure, data warehouse platform. So is this basically a large database? Yeah, I don't know. There's data lakes, data warehouses, data this, data that. They all sound the same to me. I wish I knew the difference. Couldn't tell you. I think most of it is marketing. Okay, so Palo Alto Networks. Wix.com, Global E, right? Intuit, Elastic, NV, and Baidu. I think NetApp, right? That's the last one. Okay. So we do have a pretty hefty lineup here. This is gonna take not just one day, but multiple days. Palo Alto Networks. So Palo Alto Networks, cybersecurity platform. Focusing, I want to say they probably focus on firewall protection. So I haven't actually taken a class on networking, so I don't fully understand how the space works. I know CrowdStrike, they're in the business of, I don't know if there's a technical term to describe it, there probably is. But they're monitoring, they have a monitoring solution. I want to say their Falcon 360 platform, which is a piece of software that sits at the kernel level on your operating system, and it essentially reads and tries to monitor memory accesses, register writes, driver inputs, anything that is going to compromise your CPU or your memory system. Falcon 360 platform is going to try to make sure that nothing crazy is happening. On question mark? Okay. What does Palo Alto Networks do in one sentence? Okay, I don't know what that means. Firewall technology. Okay, so I think the firewall thing, that's probably my best guess, but I don't even know what a firewall is. I wouldn't say firewalls. Network security. Firewall. So network security. What's the idea of a network? I think a network can be described as a collection of computers or devices that are communicating maybe to each other using the same signal, I want to say. I could be wrong. So what actually is the provider of internet, let's say? I think the way it works, let's say I have a computer at home. Each home has a router that will take, I guess, that router itself would be connected to the internet grid, if that exists, the internet superhighway. What is the internet superhighway? I think it's just straight up collection of underground fiber optic cables that then connect to, could be a data center, could be a cell tower. Not entirely sure. But I know that somehow your computer, there is a Wi-Fi chip in here, or an internet chip, that will be able to communicate with your router. And that's how you can get these signals of transferring data. So I think maybe then that network itself is created by, let's say, a data center, and a company will have a router that just routes all of the traffic within a single network. So I'm rambling a lot here. It sounds like I don't know what I'm talking about, and that's because I don't know what I'm talking about. Yeah. Yeesh. Yeesh. What is the internet superhighway? I mean, he ain't wrong. Al Gore ain't wrong. Can we dive? See, if I dive deeper, then I might. Yeah, I might get caught up in some stuff here. So I'm gonna hold off on this for now. The internet superhighway. Look into this. Okay, Wix.com. So online website building platform. Global E. What does Global E And cross-border, okay. So cross-border e-commerce solutions provider. Don't know what that means, but that's actually very interesting. I didn't know that a company like this existed. It's headquartered in Israel. Okay. Interesting. It is headquarters in Israel, and I don't know. Yeah. It's smaller than Klaviyo too, I think, in terms of market cap. Form for building. Fintech platform offering software for tax, TurboTax, accounting, personal finance, I'd say. Personal finance. Okay, what does Elastic NV do? Baidu, I think it's just the Google of China, the Chinese Google. Is a distributed search and analytics engine capable of handling diverse data types such as textual, numerical, and geospatial information. Gabbana provides visualization and user interface capabilities. Beats serves as lightweight data shippers and Logstash functions as a data processing pipeline. So I'd imagine Elastic is probably going to be used conjunction with Snowflake. It seems like they both play in this data pipelining, data storing subvertical. Okay. Call it data platform for search, logging, security, observability, and analytics. Chinese Google. I'm gonna let's see. What is Baidu? Also, crazy news today. I saw Google is being required to sell off Google Chrome. I don't know if that's gonna happen. So I know the judge ruled it, but I think going back to 2000s, the early 2000s, when Microsoft was going through the antitrust lawsuit, they were also required, I don't think to sell off their company, but to essentially break up into two parts. But that didn't happen. Microsoft stayed whole. I think they appealed the decision and then just paid a bunch of fines, probably $1 billion worth of fines. So search engine plus social platform maybe plus entertainment plus AI. Okay, so they do everything. It seems like Baidu does everything. All right. What does NetApp do? Okay, a data infrastructure company. Oh, it's very old. Yeah, I didn't realize that. Data infrastructure provider. Unified data storage, integrated data services, and cloud operation solutions. Yeah, don't fully understand what that means. Okay. Platform. Selling data storage, integration, and cloud solutions. Okay. So already looking here, we can kind of segment the market a bit. I want to say hardware, I can group into NVIDIA, Keysight. Software, we have Trip.com, Snowflake, Palo Alto Networks, Wix.com, Global E, Intuit, Elastic, Baidu, NetApp. Okay. So let's see. So analysis. How should I put this? Okay, so I'll put hardware and then software. Call this data platforms, right? Cybersecurity. So fintech, and then industry specific. Yeah, we'll call that fintech, industry specific. So I think going with NVIDIA here. NVIDIA. Yeah, I don't know how to organize this. Maybe I'll just write down my thoughts for now and kind of go from there. So NVIDIA can beat expectations. Beat Wall Street. Wall can beat Wall Street expectations. In revenues, and EPS. Okay, so revenues grew to 35 billion plus. Yeah, I want to say Amazon, right? Amazon is a 200 billion quarterly revenue generating business. I could be wrong. What is the company that has the highest quarterly revenues? Yeah, okay. 200 billion. It seems like a lot. Wait, I mean, let's see, Amazon earnings report. Okay, I mean that's a lot. 158 in just one quarter. Yeah. Margins stayed gross margins around X%. Drivers of revenue growth. Yeah, okay. So maybe I'll outlook. Drivers of earnings growth. Yeah, maybe that's how I can kind of segment this. Drivers of revenue growth, drivers of earnings growth, and then finally the outlook of the company, right? Okay. GPU, so CapEx spent by the hyperscalers is AWS, GCP, Azure, Meta. Is not slowing down, but it's continuing to ramp to unprecedented levels. In this port, this print revealed that 3 customers, probably AWS, GCP, Azure, accounted for around 36% of the 35 billion revenues. Yeah, I think with that, how much? I wonder how much money AWS and GCP Azure are planning to spend. Let's see here. NVIDIA. Oops. NVIDIA SEC filings. Yeah, here we go, here we go. So they have 4 customers. I'm imagining less than 10%. Oops. Both of which were attributable to the compute and networking segment. So only the compute and networking, data center, right? So it says it's a % of total revenues, but all of that is coming from their compute, okay? Oops. The revenue growth here, story. The revenue growth story continues to be driven by NVIDIA's data center segment. So NVIDIA breaks down revenues, data center revenues to 2 categories, right? You have 1 is compute and 2 networking. GPUs and InfiniBand and Mellanox. It's 27.6 billion and 3.1 billion. Yeah, we're losing precision here, but that's okay. Compute is still represents an overwhelming majority of the, so it's like 90% at least. Overwhelming percent of data center revenues, which Okay. So what really drove the year-over-year increase in compute? So cloud service providers represent approximately 50% of our data center revenue, and the remainder was represented by consumer internet and enterprise companies. Our customers from both compute and networking, strong and H200 offerings grew significantly. 132%, 22% sequentially. Spectrum X. News from sale customers outside, 55%. Revenue sales outside of the US. Okay, I didn't realize that. Okay, yeah, that's something to maybe look into a bit more, because they talk a little bit about their distribution channels. Yeah, should be interesting. Yeah, I do have to go use the bathroom real quick, so I'll be back. back. So turns out my friend is already here, so I'm gonna go meet her downstairs in one of the lounges. Yeah, I think this is a pretty good time. Spent about 50 minutes going over NVIDIA's earnings, which we did go over yesterday, but this was slightly more in depth. I think if I have time later, I might try. This is a lot, so Keysight, Trip.com. I want to go through Snowflake and Palo Alto Networks. I feel like those are interesting, and Global E as well. Elastic, NetApp, any of these data infrastructure companies, I think it's gonna be interesting. So with that, thanks for tuning in, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.